It does seem that the best response to the climate change is not to use less technology, but to invent better technology and to invent technology that avoids the destructive effects.
This is the frontier we are, and that was the topic of my last book, Light of the Stars. It's like you have to do the astrobiology of the Anthropocene. You have to see the transition that we're going through now of the Anthropocene on a kind of planetary astrobiological framework. And that paper we were talking about with the 10 billion trillion worlds, that was actually in service of the work I was doing for this other book, where I wanted to know how often do you go through an anthropocene? How often, does every technological civilization trigger its own planetary crisis, its own climate Anthropocene crisis? And the answer we actually came up from doing models was like, yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. And then the question is, are you smart enough to figure out how to readjust what you're doing technologically so that you're not, that all boats rise, right? You want to figure out how to do this so that the biosphere becomes even more productive and healthy and resilient. So yeah, right. It's the kind of technology. I think there's probably absolutely limits on how much energy you can use, but how do you use that energy? And then also, yeah, getting off planet eventually. If you want to use 10 times more energy than that, you're not going to do it on world.
So how do we detect alien type 1, 2, and 3 civilizations?